Once you understand share of wallet, and you know what they're spending with you, because they're your customer, you now know what they spend with your competition. And now you know who your threats are and where you can go after them. Who's the best opportunity to get more money? What you're going to be looking at right here is a disguised actual case. But we have a grocery store chain in the US, and they compete on the quality of their produce, the way their store feels, and their helpful atmosphere, you know, the helpful employees they have. And if you run a traditional satisfaction driver analysis, meaning what's causing my satisfaction, you do a statistical method to show you what's most important, what you always find out is most important is exactly what your brand promise is. Guess what? Their most important things were the quality of their produce, the helpfulness of their employees, and the atmosphere of the store. It better be. That's what they're competing with. The problem is that is absolutely useless to gain share of wallet. And why is that? Because your competition is used for a different reason. Customers have a logical reason for using every brand that they do. In this case, their main competitors competed on totally different strategy. But their customers used these main competitors. They competed with a brand A, which was an everyday low price competitor. Now, and here that probably doesn't mean anything. In the US, everyone knows what that everyday low price competitor is. In fact, it's the same competitor that did Project Impact. And they also compete with what's a traditional grocery retailer. And the way a traditional grocery retailer competes is they have these, what we call circulars. They come out in the newspaper, they're print ads, and they price things way below cost on a few items. And the reason they do that is somebody looks in there and they go, oh, it's 99 cents for a can of something. And they go to the store, and by getting them in the store, they think they'll buy other items that sell at a higher price. But they also had one competitor that was in an urban area that had lots of little stores everywhere. Everywhere. Now, if we go back, you're going to see that that competitor, brand C, was actually a big competitor for them. It was a $136 million competitor for them in this one little area. And the problem they had was they found out that they can't go after that competitor in the short term. Because if you find out your competitor is competing by having lots of little stores everywhere and convenience is driving the purchase, what are you going to do? Build a lot of little stores everywhere? That's not a proposition you can do in the short term. That was not the answer they wanted. Because that put them competing with price competitors. And they are not the lowest price business. Because they can't be. They have high quality produce and a great store environment. That cost money. But what we explain to them is, it's not about knocking them out. It's about changing your rank in their mind so that they give you more of their business. That changed the equation completely for them. What we talked about was, you're not going to make money by improving produce quality. They're not going to buy more produce because need drives their purchase. Right? You don't get them to increase their usage level very easily. What you needed was to get them to buy less of the goods they buy at the competitor. And you know what they are not buying from you that they should be buying from you. And it turned out it's what we call these staple items. The items that you buy that you don't really care so much about the quality as much. Let's call it rice and beans and things like that. Something easy. What we explain to them is, they're in your store anyway. They are coming to your store for a reason, to buy produce. When they're in that store, if they see the price of this item is close, it doesn't have to be as low as, because they're never going to match that price, but if you can get within a relevant range to the customer, which with a little experimentation wasn't very hard to find, they'll buy that item from you, and it doesn't give them the need now to get in their car and drive to the Walmart or drive to the other traditional grocery store. That simple strategy resulted in a 6% increase in first choice, which for them translated into $62 million coming into their cash register that was going to their competition. I always end this, this is not for India, I end this presentation every time with this slide. The wallet allocation rule can be very useful for managers because they can easily estimate their share of wallet. And that's a critical element for us managing customer loyalty. I want to thank you so much for showing up and giving me the chance to speak here. And I just love being in India. This is really wonderful. Thank you so much.